Good evening and greetings from St. Petersburg, Florida. It's the Eckerd College Thanksgiving Classic, Day 2, Game 1 of Day 2. It features the University of Tampa Spartans men's basketball team hosting the Francis Marion University Patriots. Tampa yesterday victorious over Bemidji State to improve to 1-5 on the season. Francis Marion is 1-3 after their loss to host Eckerd in the nightcap last night. I'm Nate March. Thank you so much for joining me on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network. The Spartans won a defensive-minded, really slow-paced game, and that is the sort of pace they will likely be trying to enforce against Francis Marion, an opponent that is equipped to try and ratchet the tempo up. Speedy guards Jaquez Smith and Kenan Pouncey, and perhaps a bounce-back game from Winston Hill will be a challenge for Tampa. And we now pause and honor our great nation with the playing of the Star-Spangled Banner. The national anthem concludes. We are moments away from a scheduled 5:30 tip-off between the Patriots of Francis Marion and the Spartans of Tampa. Neither team deviating from their starting lineup from yesterday's contests. Starting with Francis Marion out of South Carolina. Kenan Pouncey and Jaquez Smith, a potent backcourt, particularly Smith, who has the outside shot to match his quickness going to the rim. Alex Cox, the third guard, playing out on the wing for Francis Marion. Winston Hill was completely quelled by Eckerd last night. He'll be looking for a big bounce back. Came in averaging better than 20 points per game for the Patriots. And Kendall Wall rounds out the starting five for the Patriots, who are coached by Gary Edwards. 36 years as a head coach across multiple levels of college basketball. The last 14 with Francis Marion. And for the Spartans, under the direction of Richard Schmidt, who has spent, let's face it, Richard Schmidt can scoff at 14 years at any one school. He has been a fixture on the Tampa sideline, and here's the starting five that he and associate head coach Justin Pekka and assistant coaches Mark Borders and Tyler Zakur will deploy. Martin Lakovich starts at the forward spot, joined by Brent Duncan, who overcame foul trouble yesterday to have a perfect game from the floor. Derek Felder runs point. Pat Bacon is a ball-dominant scoring guard, averaging more than 20 points per game, and freshman Jacob Harris is cutting his teeth for the Spartans this season. Francis Marion fell 89-76 against the Tritons last night. They fought to the bitter end. Trailed by as many as 19. Francis Marion in their road blue uniforms with red shoulders and a white stripe. Blue shorts. Tampa wearing their whites. Tampa held a Bemidji State team used to reaching triple digits offensively to half that, a 60-49 win for the Spartans. Harris to jump it up in the middle against Wall. Wall wins the tip, and away we go. I'm Nate March. Naomi is producing. Maddie is on camera. Should be a fun matchup between the Patriots and the Spartans. Here's a drive by Smith. Stops at the right elbow. Hill, Wall, left wing. Cox swishes the three. And Francis Marion out of the gate with a 3-zip advantage. Tampa comes down offensively for the first time. Francis Marion deployed zone predominantly. Right now set up masking potentially a zone, but no, they will go man out of the gate here to begin the game. Harris looking for Bacon. Bacon backing in. He's doubled. Tried to hit Duncan cutting down the lane. Ball stripped away. 5-on-3 for the Patriots if they hurry. Cox finds Smith. Wall whips it into the corner. 3 in the air, 3 in the net for Kanun Pouncey. 6-zip out of the gate for the Patriots. Tampa puts the ball in Felder's hand. Angles over in front of the Patriots bench. Bounced inside, Duncan up fakes and then scores with the right hand after getting a flyby. 6-2 lead. Left to right, Smith advances the basketball up the court. And Cox may have gotten away with a travel. In fact, I dare say he definitely got away with a travel. And Winston Hill has the ball ripped away by Derek Felder. It has been a tough tournament for Hill. Lay in by Bacon trims the Francis Marion lead to 2. Winston Hill started 1 of 10 from the floor in last night's game. Just could not move the Tritons post defenders, and his perimeter shot wasn't falling. Wall tries a 3, can't bank it home. Harris gets rid of the ball before he even lands. Bacon pushing in transition, finds the cutting Lakovic. All even at 6 with 17:45 to go in the first half. Smith led the Patriots last night with 17. Ball poked away from Wall, who had 15 against the Tritons. Jaquez Smith around Wall's screen. Hard hedge by Lakovic. Smith can't get the 3 to fall. Lakovic the rebound, recovering to get back into the paint after that hedge on the perimeter. Lakovic left of the lane, double teamed, whips it to Duncan, coming down the paint, lefty lay-in. Tampa has scored 8 straight. 8-6, Spartans in front. Winston Hill wound up 6 of 20 from the floor last night. He's such a predominant part of the Patriots' offensive attack. Gets his first shot up here, misses short on the right side of the rim. 16:50 to go first half. Tampa trying to extend an 8-0 run. Bacon used up his dribble. Lakovic looks inside. Harris attempting to kick to the corner. Smith tips it out. Pouncey comes away with it for the Patriots. Here's Wall, whips it all the way, cross court. Cox, 3. 9-8 Patriots. All of the Patriots' points have come from behind the arc thus far. 3 of 6 from distance. They have yet to attempt a 2. Bacon, hesitation dribble in the paint, leans in and scores. Bacon has tremendous court awareness, does not have size on his side. At 6 feet tall, 175 pounds, but he knows where the shot blockers are. Pouncey off the dribble, pulls up, 17-footer, knocks it down from the baseline left. 11-10. As I stated a few moments ago, Tampa will need to score more in all likelihood if they're going to come away with a second win. Harris looks off his defender, shoots the 3, it rolls off. Patriots with a 1-point lead. Hand back, Winston Hill off the dribble, kicks to the corner. Cox again. Not this time. Felder with the rebound for Tampa. No fouls, no dead balls. Lakovic barely grazed the rim. Pouncey takes off down the floor. Here's Smith, open look, right wing, in and out. Lakovic with the rebound. Tampa looking to run, down by 1. 5 minutes gone by in a hurry. Lakovic, a glance at the rim. Felder. Wall, a lanky defender on him. Sort of a matchup 3-2 look here from Francis Marion. And off the mark three, Harris missing badly. Winston Hill with the rebound. So a 3-2 matchup zone. Francis Marion shifted between 2-3, 1-3-1, and man in last night's game, and also deployed a bit of a zone press once they were down against the Tritons. 11-10 inside. Pouncey can't finish. Harris taps the ball to Bacon. Bacon looking to go all the way with the left hand. Count it. And the foul. 12-11, Tampa leads as we reach the first media timeout. 14-14 to go first half. You're watching the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network. Tampa and Francis Marion flying up and down the floor. 17 combined shot attempts. Pat Bacon attempting the first free throw for either side. Off the mark, rebounded by Wall for Francis Marion. 12-11 Tampa in front. Douglas Dwight on the floor for the Patriots. That's the only substitution. Lefty lay-in too strong by Kendall Wall. Tampa by one. Facing up, Brendan Baker, who is on the floor now for Tampa, gives the ball up. Here's Felder. Lakovic wound up slipping in the paint. Back on his feet now. 7 to shoot. Inside, this is Duncan. And Duncan yet to miss from the floor in the entire tournament. He has 6, 3 of 3 from the floor today, 14-11. Tampa in front. Jaquez Smith gives it up. Pouncey leans in, hits the 8-foot jumper. Tampa leading 14-13. So Tampa's 5 on the floor. Lakovic, Felder, Duncan, Bacon, and Baker. Inside, Bacon fakes the kick out and dribbles out himself. Guarded tight by Douglas Dwight. Crossover by Bacon. Going to the left, fading left on the baseline. Won't go. Lakovic skies for the rebound. Felder has a look, steps in, and rolls the 2 home. 18-footer for Felder. 16-13, Tampa in front. Winston Hill, yet to score again tonight, has only attempted 1 shot. Smith into Hill, finds a cutter, it's Wall. 360 spin, couldn't finish. Ahead of the pack is Bacon. The pass ahead to him tipped. Bacon still comes away with it. Smith strips him, body's on the floor. It'll go to the arrow, which favors the Spartans. a frenetic pace. Complete opposite of what we saw from the Tampa Bemidji State game. Baseline right, lobbed in, and tipped up and in by Tampa. Lakovich with the finish. An inbounds alley-oop from the baseline. 18-13, Tampa has hit 4 of their last 5 field goals. Wall watches Pouncey curl under the basket. Douglas Dwight uses the screen, had Hill and didn't get it to him. Smith looking inside. Duncan fronting Hill, 6 to shoot. Douglas Dwight, lefty stroke. Long carom, controlled by Felder for Tampa. He lobs it ahead. Duncan ahead of the pack, kicks it back out. Lakovich, and he carried. Thought he may have traveled, actually carried. 11:25 to go first half. Tampa, their offense roaring early, shooting 69% from the floor. 18-13 lead for the Spartans on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network.
Champions know how to seize opportunities. When they see moments of greatness unfold right before their eyes, they push as hard as they possibly can. And then they push harder. Because the heart of a champion never settles, never quits, and never stops giving its all. We are champions. We are Division II. We go big, we give it everything we've got, and we win. On the field, on our campuses, in our communities, for our causes, in our careers. We rise to become champions in everything we do. We are Division II, and there are no limits here. We make our time count. We set our own path. We become champions on our terms. It's time to up your game, because we're here to play and learn. But most importantly, we're here to discover ourselves, our vision, our heart, our drive, to achieve every goal we aim for, because we want to be champions at the highest level, life. At Division II, the opportunities are...
The University of Tampa Spartans have started scalding hot from the floor, making 9 of their first 13. Francis Marion 5 of 14. Jaquez Smith comes back to Smith, Bacon guarding him. And a foul away from the ball on Brent Duncan. He has been physically fronting Winston Hill. One foul on each side. Baseline inbounds by Trey Jones. This is Hill working against Duncan. Double team by Felder. Norton cutting. Logan Norton. Smith leaning in for contact. Offensive foul, kicking the leg out to try and draw the whistle. First foul on Smith, second on the Patriots. 18-13 lead for Tampa and the basketball. For the Patriots, the 5 on the floor, Smith, Jones, Hill, Wall, and Norton, 3 starters. Tampa has 4 of their 5 starters out there. Zone look from Francis Marion. Bacon goes between the legs, gets to the free throw line, fell to his knees, keeps the play alive, getting it out to Baker. Now Felder resets with 8 to shoot. Felder into the arc, in rhythm, Lakovich for 3. Tampa's offensive flow looking better against this Francis Marion zone than it looked against Bemidji yesterday. That ball thrown by the Patriots into the Tampa bench. 10:07 to go first half. Spartans by 8. This game, of course, being played at Eckerd College. This is the 1-3-1 zone now with Wall up top. Norton comes up to challenge Bacon. Lob over Wall to Felder. And a lob to Lakovich under the basket. Had a man up in the air and didn't realize Trey Jones was over him. Then went up late. It was challenged. Norton gets Lakovich to fly by. misses the three. Strength by Duncan to come away with the rebound there against Trey Jones. This is Felder, caught in the air, finds Baker, down to Lakovic on the baseline left. Back out Baker, now Duncan in the corner. Bacon drives past the defender, fading away, back rim, gets the friendly bounce. 2 hops on the back iron and through for Bacon. 8 points for Bacon on 4 of 5 shooting. A double-digit lead for the Spartans, who will be back here on Wednesday night facing Eckerd College. Smith crosses over, hedged by Lakovic. 3 off the dribble, no. Foul in the rebounding action against Tampa. First foul on Lakovic. Cox back on for Francis Marion, replacing Norton. 10-point advantage for Tampa. Baseline right, inbounds, comes into Smith. Hill off the dribble. And does not get the roll. Gets his own rebound coming in from out of bounds. Did not reestablish. Goes over to Tampa. And at this point, Winston Hill can't wait to get back to South Carolina. This trip to the Bay Area has just gone miserably for him. Still plenty of time left today, though, for him to find his offensive touch. 8.5 minutes to go in the half. Tepid trap by Francis Marion. On the drive, Bacon, short jumper, uses the window and banks it home. Bacon in double figures. An 11-0 run now for the Spartans, who lead by 12. Zach Patterson is in for Tampa. He played great with Duncan in foul trouble yesterday. Bacon the rebound off the missed jumper. Bacon handles the ball himself. Got around Jones and off to Duncan for the baseline J. A 14-point lead for the Spartans. Francis Marion calls timeout with 7:51 to go in the half. 27-13 Tampa on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network.
I'm Jimmy. This is my definition of fresh since 1983.
This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams. Discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
$7:51 to go in the first half. Francis Marion University out of the Peach Belt Conference. Things not going so peachy for them against the Tampa Spartans, trailing 27-13. Francis Marion University, formerly Francis Marion College, dates back to 1957, sort of. There was a public 2-year school at the site of the college. This is Winston Hill handling. Midway through the shot clock, back out to Pouncey. Gives it up for Gabriel Dickerson. Francis Marion University in its somewhat current format. Pouncey off the mark on the jumper, offensive rebound, and the putback is missed by Wall. And Tampa comes away with it. That's Patterson. 1970 is when the modern school was founded. Duncan off the mark on the 3. Actually, that was Baker on the three. Duncan in there almost for the rebound. Drive in by Pouncey, and he's unable to finish. Felder comes out of the pack, 2-on-2. Felder Euro steps and scores with the right hand. 16-point lead for Tampa. Campus of Francis Marion, located about 6 miles away from Florence, South Carolina. And again, the school named for the Revolutionary War hero, the Swamp Fox, Francis Marion. And actually the athletic tagline, or the hashtag rather, on social media that the athletic department uses for Francis Marion is Swamp 'em. Well, they are being swamped by the Spartans. Here's Bacon, just to the right of the lane. No look pass to a cutting Baker. And it got there before Baker did. Over the end line, turned over to the Patriots. Lakovich back in. So Patterson, a quieter first stint on the floor than he had yesterday. Patterson played 22 minutes and scored 7 points in yesterday's game against Bemidji State. Francis Marion has gone more than 7 minutes without a point. Tampa is on a 15-0 run over that span. A ball fake and dish off. Basket finally finished by Wall on the assist by the freshman Jamal Edmondson, who played sparingly in last night's game for the Patriots against Ecker. 29-15, and if you're Francis Marion, you just want to try to get this back to single digits before halftime. Baker's three off the mark. Bounce pass, Edmondson swatted, Wall gets it back, can't score. Rebound tipped into the hands of Patterson, who actually stayed out there. Duncan came off. Initially, Patterson looked like he would leave the floor when Lakovich came back in. Felder finds Patterson, left corner, 3-ball, air ball, and the rebound goes to Wall. Francis Marion shooting 26% from the floor. Tampa still up over 60%, but just 1 of 7 from 3. Edmondson, long 2 from straight on, in and out. Bacon got one hand on the rebound, couldn't grasp it. Pouncey able to back Bacon in and score. Francis Marion University trimming the Tampa lead to 12. The Patriots continuing to diversify their defensive looks. High post catch by Lakovich. One dribble, up and fouled on the floor. 4:29 to go in the half. Kendall Wall has been called for 2 personals now. That is the 3rd team foul. Haven't been many fouls at all. Winston Hill back in for Wall. Wall with only 2 points, and Hill still scoreless. Back rim on the 3 by Bacon. Cox got the rebound initially. Pouncey in rhythm on the 3. Front rim, no. Rebound for Hill, stripped free. He hasn't been able to hang on to the ball at times in these 2 games here in St. Pete. Felder dribbled off his own foot. Numbers for the Patriots. Lakovich back, challenges Pouncey, but Pouncey scores, undeterred by the presence of Lakovich. 6-0 run by the Patriots to trim Tampa's lead to 29-19. Baker to Patterson on the baseline. Zone shifts to the left side. Bacon staring straight on, comes down the lane. Ball was stripped. Thrown ahead for Gabriel Dickerson. Completely blew the layup. And now Tampa off and running. Patterson dishes. Bacon draws the blocking foul. There was a defender there, but he was inside the no-charge semicircle. Looked like Pouncey trying to draw the foul. It is on Pouncey. Bacon will shoot a pair after the media timeout. 3:32 to go first half. 29-19 Tampa on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network. 3:32 to go in the first half. Tampa leading by 10 over Francis Marion. 2 free throws coming for Pat Bacon. Well, I've mentioned a few times the last couple of days, Richard Schmidt has been at the University of Tampa for quite a while. 37 years, in fact. First free throw for Bacon. Makes it. Schmidt won his 700th game in 2018. The school actually inducted him into their Athletic Hall of Fame in 2004. 15 years later, he's still on the sideline. 30-19 after a 1 of 2 trip to the line for Bacon. Another fun note to add about Schmidt. Pouncey turn around in the lane, gets it to fall. The lead is down to single digits. Richard Schmidt actually breeds exotic birds and is globally renowned as an expert in that field. Keeps more than 100 in his backyard aviary and travels internationally pursuing that endeavor. A wild air ball from Lakovic. Coming down the floor, Jamal Edmondson. Ball sticks in his hands. Winston Hill into the paint. Kick to the corner. Cox, feet set. Knocks down the three. Francis Marion has responded well to the 15-0 run by Tampa. An 11-1 run of their own over the last 3:17. Lead down to a half dozen. Patriots' ambitions get it back to single digits. Now realistically become, perhaps even get back to even. Ball in and out of Duncan's hands. Winds up in the hands of Cox, who has 9 points and has hit 3 threes. Cox watching Edmondson and Hill working off each other. 2 minutes to play in the half. Cox, heat check. Yes! His 4th 3 of the half. 30-27. 14-1 run. Felder shows the basketball to Dickerson. Back to a 2-3 look for Francis Marion. Bacon stuck in the air, gets it to Felder barely. Bounce pass, Duncan finishes. He still hasn't missed from the floor. 5 of 5. He's in double figures with 10. 32-27 Tampa. A minute 15 to go in the half. Winston Hill handling the basketball, works off the dribble, step back, 16-footer. Goes down for Winston Hill. It's got to feel good for him. His first basket on 3 attempts so far in the half. And Tampa has a timeout they need to either use or lose. And with 59.8 seconds remaining, a timeout called of the 30-second variety by the Spartans. So we'll keep it here. It has been a first half full of big runs. Francis Marion led 11-10. Tampa surged to a 16-point advantage on a run that at its peak was a 15-0 run. Francis Marion has dominated the last 5 minutes or so. Tampa's lead is 3. Spartans with the basketball in the front court. A fraction of a second, less than a minute remaining in the half. 21 on the shot clock for Tampa. The arrow favors Francis Marion. Bacon inside. Lakovic got 3 men up in the air. Take your pick on who fouled him. They'll give the foul to Winston Hill. Tampa has only been called for 2 fouls as a team. Lakovic, who has a lot of arc on his free throw stroke, puts the first one home. His second, good as well. Ball rises up above the top of the backboard at the peak of its flight. Jaquez Smith to Edmondson. Edmondson, Hill challenged by Duncan. Hill Down low, Pouncey up and in with the right hand. The Patriots should get the ball back with at least 5 seconds remaining. About a 4.5 second difference. Shot clock to game clock. Coach Edwards emphatically instructing his defense on positioning here in this late half situation. Felder dribbling out the clock near midcourt, 6 to shoot. Duncan comes up to set a screen. Felder steps back for a three and drains it from straight away. Big shot for Felder. 2 seconds, 1 second. Smith from half court, wide to the left. Tampa leads 37-31. At the intermission, a fun first half. Tampa's offense, sensational, 16 of 26 from the floor. They missed 8 of their 10 attempts from three, which means that they were 14 of 16 on shots from two, incredibly. Francis Marion, meanwhile, with that late half run, able to get back into it. They trailed by as many as 16. They trailed by a half dozen. Again, the score. Tampa 37, Francis Marion University 31 as we step aside for halftime here on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network.
So, Audrey, such a nice day, huh? So warm today.
It's so beautiful.
So how are your classes going?
Good. Are you ready for the test?
Aiming for C+, but I think I got it right.
I can't believe that's
Yeah.
picking 7.
70s.
I'm Jimmy. This is my definition of fresh since 1983.
Champions know how to seize opportunities. When they see moments of greatness unfold right before their eyes, they push as hard as they possibly can. And then they push harder. Because the heart of a champion never settles, never quits, and never stops giving its all. We are champions. We are Division II. We go big, we give it everything we've got, and we win. On the field, on our campuses, in our communities, for our causes, in our careers. we rise to become champions in everything we do. We are Division II, and there are no limits here. We make our time count. We set our own path. We become champions on our terms. It's time to up your game, because we're here to play and learn. But most importantly, we're here to discover ourselves, our vision, our heart, our drive, to achieve every goal we aim for, because we want to be champions at the highest level, life. At Division II, the opportunities are here. Are you ready?
So, Audrey,
Kayla.
such a nice day. So warm today.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
So how are your classes going?
Good. Are you ready for the test?
Aiming for C+, but I think I'd go.
I can't believe close to
Yeah.
picking 7.
7 is wow.
This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams. Discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
One half in the books, 20 minutes to go between Tampa and Francis Marion University on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network. 37-31, Tampa leading at the half. Eckerd and Bemidji State will follow in the nightcap. Kendrick Wilson will be here to provide color commentary for that one after a stellar broadcast debut for the former Tritons assistant coach last night. Inside, Pouncey didn't realize there was no one behind him. Lakovich recovers to block the shot. Pouncey was all alone with his back to the bucket. Didn't realize that he didn't have to back anyone down. Of course, in the first half, he dislodged Bacon for a bucket, backing him in. Here's Bacon, gets the flyby, challenged from behind by Winston Hill, put back up and in for Duncan, who has a dozen on 6 of 6 shooting. Another quiet game for Winston Hill. He spots up for a 15-footer, foul line extended, off the mark. Bacon clasps the rebound. Tampa by 8, 39-31. Bacon draws the foul, driving hard down the lane. Canon Pouncey leading the way for Francis Marion with 15. He leads all scorers, in fact. Alex Cox has 12, all by way of the 3. Bacon uncharacteristically off the mark for the 3rd time on 4 attempts from the free throw line. Bacon strokes the second. The lead is 9. My usual partner in the booth, Ryan Halstead, up in Gainesville today. Florida State football game on the docket for him this evening. Winston Hill on the drive, kicks it out. Jaquez Smith, right corner, off the mark. Smith, who was the leading scorer with 17 last night for Francis Marion, now 0 of 5 from the floor. He has not scored today. Harris didn't deliver the pass inside for Felder. Bacon has an alley, emphatically rejected by Pouncey. 18:23 to go in the half. In the game, really. 13 on the shot clock. Baseline right is where Felder will inbounds from. Baseline wide right. Bacon goes into the backcourt as an outlet. The inbounds comes in short to Lakovich. Bacon holds near the center circle. 7 to shoot. Does he realize it? 5 to shoot. Does Felder realize it? Duncan trying to toss it inside, and that foul really bails the Spartans out with 1 on the shot clock. Lakovich got tangled up with Kendall Wall. That's 3 fouls on Wall. Felder zips a pass into Harris. Lakovich standing 1 foot on the N, 1 on the S in Tritons. Felder's in the corner. Bacon couldn't get it to him. Harris tries the 3. The freshman from downtown with the 3rd triple of the game for the Spartans. The lead back to a dozen. Jaquez Smith, left-handed wraparound bounce pass into the paint. Wall up and under against Lakovich. Good footwork for the finish. 43-33, Tampa leading. Felder has 4 assists, gets it over the timeline. Felder resets, has Harris on his left. Comes right back to Felder, high post, Brent Duncan. 10 to shoot, Tampa once again being patient. Duncan comes, sets a high ball screen. Felder, it looked like he wanted to alley-oop it to Lakovich, but threw it too high. It wound up on the rim. Felder comes away with the basketball. Wild pass to Bacon. Low dribble. Gets it off to Duncan with the left hand. Brent Duncan. His 7th layup of the game. He has moved very well without the ball. And Bacon and Felder have rewarded him for it. 45-33. Smith tries again, short. Lakovic tips the ball out. It stays with Francis Marion University. .46 to go in the game. And a bounce pass in intended for Winston Hill. Too low for him to handle. Felder all the way with the right hand, no. Lakovic misses the tip. Francis Marion running back 4-on-3 the other way. Pouncey tries the triple, way off the mark. An air ball into the hands of Bacon. Flying down the floor the other way. Bacon with the right hand gets the roll. Up and down they go. Tampa's lead back to 14, 2 away from the game high of 16. Timeout called by Francis Marion. The Spartans, another smothering defensive effort in tonight's game, and they lead by double figures as we step aside on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network. .17 to go in the game. Logan Norton and Gabriel Dickerson into the game for Francis Marion University. 14-point lead for Tampa. In fact, this is an all-reserve lineup for Francis Marion, and a foul around the rim called against Swenson for Tampa. And just 13 seconds or 14 seconds after the last media timeout, we've got another 2 free throws coming for Francis Marion when we return on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network.
Champions know how to seize opportunities. When they see moments of greatness unfold right before their eyes, they push as hard as they possibly can. And then they push harder. Because the heart of a champion never settles, never quits, and never stops giving its all. We are champions. We are Division II. We go big, we give it everything we've got, and we win. On the field, on our campuses, in our communities, for our causes, in our careers. We rise to become champions in everything we do. We are Division II, and there are no limits here. We make our time count. We set our own path. We become champions on our terms. It's time to up your game, because we're here to play and learn. But most importantly, we're here to discover ourselves, our vision, our heart.
.58 to go between Tampa and Francis Marion. Free throws for Gabriel Dickerson. Too strong on the first for the sophomore guard from Suffolk, Virginia. Dickerson, Jones, Dwight, Norton, and Edmondson. 5 reserves on the floor for Francis Marion University And a missed opportunity at the free throw line. The lead remains 14 for Tampa. Bacon has the ball tipped into the backcourt. Dickerson hounding Bacon out near midcourt. Man-to-man defense by Francis Marion this time. Tampa really worked over multiple variations of the zone. Bacon whips it to the corner. Three on the way. Spins on down for Carl Swenson. The freshman from Lenoka Harbor, New Jersey, with the three for the Spartans, and the lead is 17. That is a game high. Dickerson has his shot swatted away by Swenson. Gary Edwards going with this all-reserve lineup. And Francis Marion in danger of getting run off the floor potentially, it appears, by Tampa. Swenson jumped out looking for the steal. And Douglas Dwight burns Tampa with the three-pointer when Swenson overplayed. Lead is 14. Lakovic. Cross-court, Harris on the drive against Jones to Duncan down the lane to draw the foul. Brent Duncan, the junior from Atlanta, having a tremendous weekend here in St. Petersburg. .41 to play. First free throw, shoots away, no good. Tampa just 4 of 8 from the free throw line. Make it 4 of 9. Offensive rebound, Lakovic powers his way back up. Another rebound, and Lakovic gets his own rebound a couple of times and finally draws the foul. He'll shoot a pair. Two missed free throws at the other end for Francis Marion were their first 2 attempts of the game. Lakovic makes his first. He's in double figures with 10. 3 Tampa players in double figures, and here comes the starting 5 in a hockey-style shift for Francis Marion. Starters return with a 15-point deficit. Make it 16. Lakovic swishes the free throw. Pouncey has 15 points. Off to Cox, now Smith trying to drive against Swenson. Swenson hangs with him around a screen. Smith, bouncy, long 2, and got fouled. Swenson, overly ambitious, lunging in there, and Smith didn't have space to land. Smith trying to get in the scorebook for the first time tonight. Missed. Patriots 0 of 3 from the free throw line. Both teams leaving some points on the floor. Smith gets the second to roll in. Patriots stay up. It's a zone press. 3-2, three-quarter court. Tampa able to beat it. Patriots fall back into half-court man. Bacon goes away from the screen. Lakovic on the left block, under the basket. Duncan out, 3 in the air. And air ball by Swenson, attempting to save it. Lakovic rolls all the way to the brick. 13:51 to go, 15-point advantage for Tampa. Smith handles the basketball left to right across the floor, turns it over, got under the basket, tried to throw a dangerous kick out. Tampa wearing their whites here at Eckerd, facing Francis Marion University and leading by 15. Harris, the freshman. Duncan to the back, cutting Swenson. Got blocked. Cox recovered for the block after Wall jumped too early. 3 for Cox, well short. Rebounded by Pouncey. Fouled by Lokovich from behind. Shot would not go, but 2 free throws coming up for Pouncey. Second personal on Lokovich. Wall has 3 for Francis Marion. Pouncey makes the first, 52-38. Second good as well for Pouncey. Lead is 13 for Tampa. They were up 6 at the half. Led by 16 at one point in the first half, have led by 17 in this half. A near steal and now the turnover. Harris, the freshman, attempting a touch pass. Pouncey off balance, able to dish off. Missed shot. Wall misses the tip. Wall another rebound, hands to Pouncey. Winston Hill was able to actually secure the offensive rebound initially, and Pouncey is fouled on the floor. Goes on Duncan, his second. Nobody for Tampa in foul trouble. Harris out. Brendan Baker, the junior from Louisville, Texas, comes in. Wall for Pouncey. Ball loose on the floor. Bacon almost came up with it. Pouncey driving against Felder. And Felder called for the foul. Five fouls on Tampa as a team. First free throw up and good. Both free throws good. Lead down to 11 for Tampa. A lot of ball game left. Zone pressure picks up right at the timeline. Bacon's pass deflected and stolen. Winston Hill in for the lay-in. Tampa's lead down to single digits, 52-43. And maybe that finally is going to be what gets Hill going. Baseline, dangerous pass by Duncan to Bacon. Bacon working off the dribble. Defense swarms to it. Pulled back out. Felder lobs to the corner. Baker steps in. 18-footer. Pure. 54-43. Snaps a 7-0 run by Francis Marion. Hill gives it up to Cox. Bacon, a near steal. Able to save it into Baker. Felder guarded by Smith. To the right corner. Lokovich fakes the three. Bounces a pass along the baseline. Out Felder. And an offensive foul against Felder. Wave off the three for Baker. That is Felder's second. Brings us to the under 12. Tampa 54, Francis Marion 43 on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network.
So, Audrey,
Kayla.
such a nice day. So warm today.
It's so beautiful.
So, how are your classes going?
Good. Are you ready for the test?
Aiming for C+, but I think I'll go.
I can't believe plus going. That's me.
Yeah.
think 7.
7 is
.11:17 to go. Francis Marion rolls the ball in. Tampa leading by 11, 54-43. I'm Nate March. You're watching the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network. Tampa has led for the bulk of the game. Winston Hill on the floor, gets it off to Cox. Pouncey wide open, left wing. Short on the 3, ball bounds to the corner. Pouncey saves it into Cox. Second chance opportunity for Francis Marion. Jaquez Smith, pull up, right baseline, short. Lakovic skying in for the rebound. He's fouled. Francis Marion still with one more to give. Meanwhile, the Patriots will be shooting the rest of the way on any subsequent Tampa fouls. The pace of this second half has been far more choppy. The first half was a real fun up and down endeavor. 37-31 was the lead for Tampa at the half. Bacon turns it over to Cox at point-blank range. Cox to shoot a 1-and-1 on the foul by Bacon. His first personal. Fourth turnover by Tampa in the last 4:01. And a miss on the front end. Free throws are really sort of hampering both teams. Francis Marion, though, the onus is on them. Trying to come back. Another turnover by Tampa, deflected by Pouncey into Wall's hands. Short on the floater. Pouncey long on the putback. The ball is loose, and Duncan fouls Pouncey. Extending that zone out into a half-court trap has flummoxed Tampa. Pouncey, another free throw miss. Francis Marion, 5 of 10. Tampa, 6 of 11 from the free throw line. Pouncey makes the second. 10-point game. Still a long way to go, 54-44. Winston Hill jumping out for the steal. Bacon turns it into a 3-on-2. Blocking foul, count the basket. Bacon to the free throw line to try and make it a 3-point play. There was some deliberation there on whether the shot should count. The officials confer and decide that it does. Bacon strokes the free throw. He has 17 on 7 of 11 shooting. Exactly 10 minutes to go. 57-44. Cox vying for his 5th three. It's off the mark. Felder comes up with the loose ball. This time Tampa able to push the ball down the floor before the defense could get set. Lakovic Bacon, 1 foot in the paint, fakes a shovel pass. His shot is blocked by Cox. Wall down the left side of the floor. Nearly carried or traveled. Now Wall winds up with a lay-in. $9:15 to go, 11-point game. Lakovic hits the underside of the backboard, splitting the defense down the lane. Lakovic trailing the play. Pouncey wide open. The 3-ball makes it an 8-point game. Richard Schmidt to his feet. Timeout Tampa. 8:57 to go, 57-49. Francis Marion getting back into it with 23 points from Keenan Pouncey. You're watching the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network.
This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams. Discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
Keenan Pouncey trying to carry Francis Marion back into the game. 23 points, 8 rebounds, an assist, a block, and a steal for the Francis Marion point guard. Meanwhile, Smith and Hill with just 5 points combined. Baker fakes the pass to the corner. Baker left corner, under a bouncing Smith with the pass. Lakovic short on the jumper from 5 feet away. 8.5 minutes to go. Winston Hill spins at the free throw line. Right-handed floater, no. Lakovic, another rebound. He has a dozen. A double-double, 11 points and 12 boards. Bacon runs into trouble at the elbow. Gets it back out to Felder midway through the shot clock. Next dead ball will get us to the under 8. Brent Duncan screens for Felder. Felder able to cruise down the lane and score on the left side with his right hand. Lead back to 10 for Tampa. We've just about reached the final score of yesterday's Tampa win, which was 60-49. It's 59-49, 7.5 minutes to go between the Spartans and the Patriots. Pouncey against Bacon. Ball poked free, stolen. Ahead for Felder, one-on-one on Cox. And the ball hangs on the rim and falls in. Felder in double figures, 61-49, timeout Francis Marion. That'll bring us to the under 8 timeout with Tampa up a dozen on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network. 7:10 to go. Francis Marion down a dozen with the basketball. University of Tampa trying to win their second in a row after 5 straight losses to begin the season, and bad foul to give up there by Bacon. Sends Pouncey to the free throw line. 9 on Tampa as a team. This will be the last 1-and-1 for Francis Marion. Tampa still waiting to potentially attempt their first 1-and-1. Pouncey makes the front end. Pouncey gets the roll on the second, lead down to 10 for Tampa. Bacon. Felder fakes the pass to the left corner, tries to float a pass in for Lakovic. It's tipped and stolen by Pouncey. Pouncey cross court to Wall behind the back. Winston Hill is fouled. Felder swatted the ball away, but the foul should be on Duncan with the body. It is. That's 4 now on Duncan. He has 14, as well as 4 rebounds. Free throw good. Game back in single digits with 6:40 to go. Both are good for Winston Hill. 61-53. Wall up on Felder. Another attempt to go inside to Duncan. There were 2 Patriots between him and the pass. Down on the baseline, Wall evades Lakovic and scores. Cross court, Baker, Lakovic, back out. Bacon crosses over inside the arc, pulls it back out, 10 to shoot. Tampa's lead is at 6. Bacon extends it to 9. He's got 20. Cold-blooded 3, 64-55. Around the arc, left to right for the Patriots. Cox. Winston short on the triple. Felder the rebound. Coach Edwards spreads his arms in exasperation. Bacon hangs. Unable to hit, but will head to the free throw line for 2 with 5:13 to go. Trying to extend the lead back to double digits. Free throw good for Bacon. Second is good as well. 66-55. Jaquez Smith handles the basketball into the front court for the Patriots. Cox around the screen from Winston. Winston Hill flashes into the high post, then screens. Cross-court pass, Cox in the left corner. Got the 3. That's his 5th on 8 tries. 66-58, 4:40 to go. Tampa will let the ball be their friend. Lakovic goes behind the back. Bounces it out, Felder, right wing. Hangs on. Got partially blocked on his way to the rim. Smith corrals the ball. Surveying the floor, angles left. Whips a pass back to the right. Pouncey with the triple. Back-to-back threes for Francis Marion. The lead down to 5. Patriots have 1 timeout left. Tampa has 2. The arrow favors the Spartans. The zone extends out. Bacon backs out near to midcourt. Dribbles into trouble. Ball poked free. Lakovic saves it and is able to throw it off of Canon Pouncey. Lakovic saves possession with 12 to shoot. We've reached the under 4. 66-61. Tampa clinging to the lead on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network.
So, Audrey,
Kayla.
such a nice day. So warm today.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
So, how are your classes going?
Good. Are you ready for the test?
Aiming for C+, but I think I'll get it.
I keep pretty close to the test.
Yeah.
I'm picking 7.
7.
Tampa with possession and a 5-point lead in the front court. Lakovic to inbound in front of his own bench. Again, he has 2 timeouts as disposal if he can't get it in. Gets it in easily to Duncan. Felder rushes right in to attempt the shot, rolls off the rim. A basket makes it a 1-possession game. Pouncey, who has 28, dumps it off. Wall with a 2-handed finish off glass. 66-63. Tampa led by as many as 17. Baker throws it back out. Felder. Duncan playing with 4 fouls for Tampa. Bacon has 22 points. Hit a 3 on his last shot. Steps back, long 2. Left it short, tapped out into the hands of Cox for the Patriots. He has hit 5 threes, peels out to the right side. Pouncey gives it up. Smith down on the baseline. Wall inside. Winston Hill bodies his way up. Couldn't get it to fall. His tough day continues. Under 3 minutes to go. 66-63. Bacon finishes in the paint. 2 dozen for Bacon on 9 of 15 shooting. Shot clock started early. 2:38 to go. 5-point lead for Tampa. Winston Hill, after shooting 6 of 20 yesterday, 2 of 9 today. Offensive foul committed by Wall pretty clearly. That is 4 fouls on Wall. And away from the ball, he just plowed over Lakovic for no apparent reason. I don't know if he just didn't realize he was there or what, but he just plowed right on through him. Tampa with the basketball, 5-point lead. Basket can make it a 3-possession game. Bacon gets it back, right baseline. Tosses it back out for Baker. Tampa can bring the clock down to almost 2 minutes left. Felder guarded by Smith. Goes to work on him. Steps into the long 2. Got it! Felder has 13. Tampa has 4 in double figures tonight. 70-63. Francis Marion calls its final timeout, trailing by 7 after having had it within 3 with possession just a moment ago. We'll keep it here.
This is the University of Tampa.
Under 37% today. They've mitigated it by making 9 three-pointers. They've left a few points at the foul line, 10 of 15. Tampa has turned it over 14 times in the game. 7 in each half. More live ball turnovers, however, in this second half. Allowed Francis Marion to get back in the game, but Tampa has had an answer when they have needed it. Bacon has 24, Duncan with 14, Felder with 13, Lakovic with 11. Lakovic has 12 rebounds. Felder has 9 rebounds and 5 assists, as well as 3 steals. Great all-around game by the Tampa point guard from Yonkers. Winston Hill still does not get the shot to go, but will head to the free throw line where he is 2 of 2 tonight. A 2-minute scoring drought for the Patriots after cutting it to 66-63. Brent Duncan has been disqualified. That is his 5th foul. Patterson in. Again, he played admirably yesterday when forced into action when Duncan was in foul trouble. Duncan finishes with 14 points, 7 of 7 from the floor. Bemidji State just entering the gym. Far right corner. They look on as the first free throw up and good. Second free throw good as well. 5-point game. Francis Marion can foul one more time for a 1-and-1. May not be a bad idea to think about that. Try to extend the game. Felder able to get the pass away to Bacon. Bacon backs into the arc, dribbles it back out. Lobs over to Felder. Bounced to Bacon. Cox up on him, a travel against Bacon. 75 seconds remaining. Patriots need a score to get it to a 1-possession game. Pouncey, ball in his hands. He has 28 points. Wall to Hill. He's able to score. Drop step, finishing with the right hand. A minute to go, 70-67. Don't need to foul now. Patterson is alone under the basket. Whistle and a timeout by Tampa. Well, if the Spartans had played it out there, they had a 3-on-1 with a man all alone. It was Patterson under the basket. They could have extended the lead back to 2 possessions. Instead, they call timeout. 54.2 remaining on the game clock, 23 on the shot clock. So the Patriots, if they can get a stop, will have a chance to tie. Francis Marion has managed 10 more shots than Tampa, courtesy of doubling the Spartans up on the offensive glass, as well as winning the turnover battle. but the Spartans just more efficient shooting the ball. They've created a lot of layups in this game. They've done just enough from 3, 5 of 14. Patriots 9 of 25. Pretty fair clip from distance. Lakovich to inbound, right in front of his head coach, Richard Schmidt. Inbound comes to Patterson. Felder holds, guarded by Cox. Bacon. Who else would Tampa want to have the ball in his hands? Lakovich comes, sets a ball screen. Bacon briefly lost the handle. Driving against Hill, up, under. Offensive rebound, Patterson. Did the ball hit the rim? No, it did not. The ball never hit the iron. It's a turnover via the shot clock violation. Patriots roll it in, 30.7 seconds. A 3 would tie it. Don't need to take the 3. They could still get a 1-and-1. Hill goes for the tie, missed it. Pouncey, offensive rebound, kicked out. Wall with a three-point attempt, no. Another offensive board, this time by Hill. Couldn't finish. Wall, an offensive rebound, no whistles. He throws it back up, and Lakovich is fouled. Finally, Tampa comes down with the rebound. 4 attempts at it. And Francis Marion, shot after shot, went wanting. Hill went right away for the tie. Wall then forced up and attempted tying 3. Perhaps an ill-advised one. This will be a 1-and-1. No one in the lane for Tampa. Lakovich calmly cans the first free throw. 71-67. Logan Norton waiting at the scorer's table. Lakovich makes both. Norton in for Wall, getting an extra shooter on the floor. Smith kicks to the corner, 3 in the air, off the mark. Rebound for Felder, that's going to do it. Time runs out and Tampa hangs on, 72-67. Final score, the Spartans defeat Francis Marion University by 5. And a Sunshine State Conference team goes 2-0 in the Eckerd Thanksgiving Classic. The hosts will try to match that feat before they and Tampa meet in the Battle of the Bay here on Wednesday. Tampa led by Bacon, 9 of 16 from the floor, 24 points. He had 4 assists, 3 rebounds. Lakovich, 13 points, 12 boards. Felder, 13 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists. Brent Duncan had 14 points before fouling out for the Spartans. He went 7 of 7 from the floor, chipped in 4 rebounds. Keenan Pouncey scored 28 points, none though in the final 4 minutes. He shot 9 of 17 from the floor, had 10 rebounds as well in 35 minutes. Winston Hill's struggles, really the story for Francis Marion in the tournament. 6 of 20 from the floor yesterday, 3 of 12 today. He just never found his offensive game here in the Sunshine State. Well, that'll do it for game 1 here on Saturday evening. Again, a 72-67 win for the University of Tampa Spartans. For my producer, Naomi, I'm Nate March. Kendrick Wilson will be here to join me for game number 2 in under half an hour here on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network.